Hey guys, welcome back. If you are new, please subscribe. And if you have been with me for a while, I appreciate your support and your love. And if you're new, I wanted to let you know that I do a variety of things. I do spell work on here. I do readings. I do Reiki sometimes. I do stories. I do all kinds of stuff that's spiritually related, even like chats about downloads that I get from Spirit that Spirit wants me to share with you guys. I've done world predictions in the past. I've done all kinds of stuff. So if you're somebody that's into spirituality, then you're in the right place. So I just want to share a story with you guys that was very significant for me, and it happened recently, and it really struck me in a positive way, but it was kind of unexpected. So we'll have to go back to the beginning. When I was younger, I used to go to church all the time with my parents and my relatives and all that. And then as time went on, and I was baptized Catholic, by the way, as time went on, I kind of got away from the church. At first, we started going every Sunday, and then it went down to every holiday that we would still go, but we wouldn't go every Sunday. And then we eventually stopped going altogether. So there was a couple churches I attended when I was younger. There was the main one that I usually went to, and then there was another one that I started going to occasionally, and I had a friend at the time that I went with, and we would usually go around Christmas time or occasionally here and there. And I absolutely love this church. There was just something about it that was really special to me. The way they held their services, the singing, they'd have like a band on stage. It was awesome. And eventually I stopped going to that too. So fast forward to the future now. I had, oh, by the way, this story is about my experience with God, okay? So I had an experience recently where I connected with God, and I want to share that story with you guys. So fast forward now to about 2 months ago, I met a friend and found out that he was going to this old church that I used to go with my other friend to once in a while. The place where they have the band and everything. And I was like, oh yeah, like I really want to go. And I'll tell you guys right now, from when I stopped going to my main church till up until now, I really hadn't went to church all that much. And I kind of kept putting it on the back burner because I had friends over the years that would, try and tell me to go back to church, have me go with them, and I didn't go, or people I would run into that were like Christians or whatnot, and they'd try and get me to follow God again. And not that I never stopped following him, but I just stopped going to church, right? I stopped going to worship. So anyway, it was always like a problem. There was always like, oh, I'm too busy, or I got this and that to do. I just never made time for God like I should have, right? So fast forward to about 2 months ago, I met this friend, and he told me he was going to this church. And I don't want to say the name of the church, but we'll just call it P. Okay, we'll call it P. So I went to this P church, and that sounds funny. Maybe we shouldn't use that. We'll just call it I don't know. You know what? Just forget it. We'll just stick with church. That's simple enough. So anyway, he went to this church that I used to go to with my other friend, and he invited me to go. And there was a couple times I said, no, I'm busy, whatever. But then, I don't know, I felt like finally it was like the right time. And then I said, okay, I will go with you one weekend, right? And I ended up going with him, and I really, really enjoyed it. And at that point in time, again, this is about 2 months ago, I was feeling very, very confused about my 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 life, and especially my love life. Just couldn't get clarity, very confused, felt like I needed guidance. And anyway, at the end of the church, you can go down and talk to a pastor, and there's pastors that usually wait at the front of the church for anybody that wants to go down after church is done and say prayers with the pastor, and the pastor prays over you, and you tell him what you need, if you need a prayer for somebody that's sick or for yourself, and what kind of prayer you want, and he'll pray over you. So I told him, I said, I need guidance. I need clarity. I need guidance, especially about my whole life, but mostly about my love life. And he prayed over me with my friend, and then the following weekend I went back again and I did the same thing with a different pastor. And then I think it was the third or the fourth time I went to church. So I hadn't really gotten much clarity. Nothing really changed. And then I went back for, I think it was the fourth visit at church. And there was, the gospel that day was about, like listening to God, hearing God. How do we hear God? How do we get guidance from God? And it talked about I might say this word wrong, the Lectio Divina or something. And it's a set of steps that you follow. The acronyms are BREAD. And it's a set of steps that you follow to hear God, to be able to hear God. Okay, so you follow these steps when you read the Bible, and then you can connect with God and get wisdom out of the Bible and understand what God's trying to tell you. So I wrote all these notes down in my phone about how to do this, because I'm like, maybe this is God finally coming through to give me guidance on how I can hear him, how I can get clarity from him, how I can follow what he wants me to do, because I feel very confused. So maybe this is his way of telling me, I can help you, just follow these steps and I will give you guidance on your love life, right? So anyway, I write these notes down in my phone, and then a couple days goes by and I have a Bible at home. I've had one for years. I've periodically read it over the years. I've never been able to get fully through the Bible. It's very hard to do that. It's very dry at times. But anyway, I decided I'm gonna try these steps that the church told us about, to see if I can get guidance from God. So what I decided to do is I decided to open the Bible at a random passage. So I opened the Bible at a random passage, and no word of a lie, the passage that came up was, you're not listening to God. God's speaking, but you're not listening to God. God's showing you, but you're not seeing. Okay, you're not seeing. He's talking to you and you're not listening. He's showing you what to do next, but you're not seeing. Okay, so I forget what passage that is in the Bible, but it really resonated to me. And it's like, well, I've been trying to listen, I've been trying to see, but why am I not listening properly, or why am I not seeing things clearly? So maybe I'm doing this all wrong. So I'm like, well, maybe I'm not following my intuition. Maybe God's been trying to tell me, but I'm not listening, and I'm not seeing what I need to do because I'm really not following what he's giving me, right? And so that was the first message I received. And then I decided, okay, I'm going to do a little bibliomancy. And if you guys don't know what bibliomancy is, it's opening a random passage in the Bible and basically reading whatever it says and getting an understanding of that. And usually it'll resonate for you in that moment, right? So I did another set of, I did another bibliomancy thing and opened it to a new passage. And the second passage was about continuing to bring people to God, continuing to bring people to the light, continuing to help people, heal people. And I really feel that's what I do in my work. I do energy healing, I do massage type of healing. I do readings to give people guidance, okay, on how to improve their life, or what their guides are telling them to do, if there's lessons that need to be learned, things like that, okay? So a lot of positive guidance. So this is what I do as my side job, right? I have a day job too, but this is what I do as my side job. My day job's accounting, and then my side job is the healing stuff, the holistic healing, the readings, the Reiki, the access, the bars, indie head massage, aromatherapy, and all that stuff. So anyway, that's what the passage was about. And I'm like, this really resonates for me. So I feel like I need to continue to do this. I need to continue to help people. I need to continue to do these videos. I need to try and bring people to the light, okay, that are in darkness, or that are hurting or suffering or struggling with themselves, or whatever it may be. And so that really resonated for me too. And then the third passage, I decided, I'm gonna open it one more time, right? I'm gonna open the Bible here one more time and see what else it says. So I opened it again, and it came up about worship, the Sabbath, the day of worship, the Sunday. So what I was picking up from this passage was to continue to go to church on Sundays, to continue to follow God, and to be present, and to take that day every week and worship Him, and to listen to His teachings, right? So, and that really resonated too, because at that point I had been going to church probably 4 or 5 times, right? And I felt like He wanted me to continue to do that. So those were the 3 passages that I received. And then I went to bed that night. I closed the Bible, I went to bed, and I kind of I was in a half awake, half asleep state. And hold on, let me just go. I want to just check my notes to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, yes, I did miss something. So I went to bed. I had this weird dream about doing arts and crafts with adults and kids, and different tables and different crafts and things like that. And it was kind of random and weird, and I didn't know what that was all about. But I woke up from the dream, and I was kind of in a half awake, half asleep state. And I was thinking about earlier in the night, and something about, and this doesn't really make sense to me, but I was like, how can I heal myself more? I think I was saying that to myself, or how do I heal the layers of myself, or something? I don't know what that was all about. But anyway, all of a sudden, no word of a lie, I heard God's voice. I literally heard God's voice in my head, in my mind. And if any of you guys are psychic mediums, or you deal with cards or work with spirits, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's not a voice that you hear in the room. It's kind of a voice that you hear spiritually, right, in your head. And this never happened to me before, by the way. I've never connected to God this way in my entire life, okay? But I literally heard His voice. And it didn't sound like a voice that I would have expected. It sounded like a middle-aged man, just a very average Joe, average voice. And it was a soft voice. It was a male, soft voice. And all I heard was, show me. Show me. And I think what he was trying to say to me was, show me that you want me in your life, that you want my guidance, that you want me to be present for you. Show me that you're serious, okay? And I'm just going to finish my notes here. I quickly grabbed a paper and a pen, and I wrote it down, right? Because I didn't want to forget. I'm like, I just had this moment. I'm like, I have to write this down because I might forget in the morning if I don't write it down, right? And I was feeling again like he was saying, show me that you're serious, that you want me in your life, that I'm important to you, that you want to follow me, my ways, that you want me to be a part of your life, to give you guidance. So I wrote this down, and all of a sudden, after I wrote this down, I seen in my mind's eye a flash of an orange candle, and I was getting the message from God that he wanted me to light this orange candle, right? He wanted me to light this orange candle because I seen the flash in your third eye. You know, again, psychics, psychic mediums, readers, people that work with spirits, you get psychic visions, right? In your third eye right here, when your eyes are closed, you see flashes sometimes of things. And there was a flash of an orange candle. By the way, got an orange candle being burnt, okay, being lit. So I was like, okay, well, this is interesting. He wants me to light an orange candle. I wonder why. I said, there's something more to this. I got to look this up, right? So I think it was that night or the next night, I ended up Googling orange candle. And this happened on a Monday night, I think. And then the next day was Tuesday. And I was reading about orange candles. And you guys are going to be like, what the F? So I looked up this orange candle. What does it mean to burn an orange candle? So orange candle significance. Burning an orange candle is good to burn when you feel stuck, to unblock. Okay, exactly what I was feeling, stuck, confused. I feel like I need to be unblocked. I need some clarity. If you need clarity, to unblock is exactly what I needed, right? Unblock and clear the way so you can get messages easier to be able to hear my guidance, okay? And when I was reading about orange candles, it says it's best to burn on a Wednesday to remove blocks and to get better communication. So I found that very interesting. And then I proceeded to continue to research this orange candle again, but another day. It was a couple days later. I'm like, I think there's something more to this. I got to look this up again. So I actually found another website that stated, and you guys are going to be surprised about this too. Orange is associated with joy, creativity, enthusiasm. Okay, so not this part, but the next part that I'm about to read. Listen to this. Orange symbolizes the presence of God. Orange symbolizes the presence of God. What did God tell me to do? Show me. Show me you're serious about me. Show me you want me to follow, or you want to follow me, that you want to devote yourself to me, that you want me to give you guidance on your life. Orange symbolizes the presence of God and the power of the Holy Spirit. The color orange represents the fire of the Holy Spirit. What does the Holy Spirit do? The Holy Spirit guides you, right? That's a little voice in your head, that intuition that you get to tell you whether to do the right thing or how you should proceed in your life, what to do, what the best thing to do is. The color orange represents the fire of the Holy Spirit, inspiring energy and passion for God. So it's showing that if I light this orange candle, it's showing that I have a passion for God, that I want to hear the Holy Spirit, okay? That I want the presence of God in my life and the power of the Holy Spirit in my life. So I was just blown away by this, and I was like, I got to burn this orange candle. I got to do it. right? So I waited. I couldn't wait. I was like, I can't wait till Wednesday. I got to do this now. I got to burn this orange candle. So I had an orange candle lying around, and it actually was never used, right? So I lit it with an intention to get communication from God, to get guidance from God. And I lit it on a Tuesday. And then I lit it again on Wednesday because I'm like, I want to make sure I light it on Wednesday because that's what it said to do online when I found that. And I continued to light it. Not every day, but I continued to light it that week off and on. And I'm going to continue to keep doing it. But I really feel that that it was God's way of communicating with me. And I have no doubt in my mind now that there is a God. And I think that God gives us the choice whether to follow him or not. It wasn't like a pushy, like, show me that, you know what I mean? It was more of like, if you're serious about following me, then show me, then show it to me so that I know, right? And that so that I can help you, right? So, needless to say, the guidance that I've received about my love life, it seems to be coming in clearer now, but it's not 100% yet. But I do feel there's a shift. So I think, I'm on the right track, especially if I continue going to church and I continue, reading the Bible as much as I can. I think really good things are going to happen. And I think that, God's going to show up more in my life and give me the guidance that I really need. So anyways, I really wanted to share this story with you guys. It was very powerful for me, and I think other people need to hear it. And if you're ever, on the fence, should I start going back to church? The answer I would say yes. Yes, you should. And I think that it's only going to benefit you. So with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. I hope that you have a wonderful weekend, and I hope you enjoyed this story, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye. Love you all.